Early in the morning, early in the morning, in the morning.
What's going on, the people? It's your boy Cam Topical Juice, and I am back on your screens for the first video of the year. I hope everyone's good, I hope everyone's well, I hope everyone had a great Christmas, Happy New Year, and all of the positive jargon that we're meant to say around this time. And I hope everyone's good though, for real. I've missed everyone naturally. I actually did this video yesterday, recorded it, edited it, uploaded it, just didn't actually press the upload button, because I just didn't like what I was talking about. You know me, man, I'll be waffling so much, man, just waffle. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, e.g. today, and just try and cut straight to the chase with what I actually want to say in this video, with minus the 100 years of waffle. So as you can see from the title, this video is pretty much just an update for you, just to talk to you, treat YouTube like I used to, like therapy, engage with you guys, talk to you about what my life has been like since rehab, in September, my travels, and then my mental health journey in general, and kind of where I'm at the moment. To get to the punchline, my mental health has been in the absolute gutter. Yeah, it's been in the trenches. Well, my whole life really and truly, but especially recently, you feel me? So let's get into the video, guys. Like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me. Please press that subscribe button for me. It's road to 50k still? Yeah, road to 50k. So merchandise in the description, merchandise underneath the video, all of that. So where do I begin? Let me start by talking about recently. Since I came back from my holiday on November the 20th, I've really struggled with my mental health. You can call it a relapse if you like, being more specific with my verbiage, but I fell off. You know, after I came out of rehab, I was doing very well. I was disciplined, I was motivated, I was driven. And then went on holiday, enjoyed myself, I was in control on holiday, and I've come back, and basically the moment I got off the plane, I just capitulated, my mentality folded, I crumbled. And even though it's my desire to want to get back out there as soon as possible, I'm straight back in my kind of self-sabotaging, self-destructive ways. Now guys, as you know, I've always suffered with my mental health. I've suffered pretty much my whole life. I've done a lot of work on myself over the last few years, well, over the years in general. And a massive part of last year was facing my trauma, you understand? I've still got a lot of trauma that needs to be unpacked. However, last year was the biggest year of my life. Not the best, it was the biggest year in terms of what I had to face. I've been meaning to do a video about this for a long time, but I just haven't really had the motivation to do that. It's a very scary prospect, letting the world in to who you are as a person in real life, you know what I'm saying? And I don't feel comfortable talking about certain things just yet. That being said, I'll give you the punchline. You know, my childhood wasn't easy. I was very lucky in a lot of ways. I was very grateful. I am very grateful to have a bed, to have food on a plate, to be grateful enough to have holidays and whatnot. But my childhood wasn't easy. I have a very poor relationship with my dad, non-existent. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a dad, never did. But not only that, I was suffering abuse as a child. Whatever abuse you want to imagine, it was that. And whatever level of abuse you want to imagine in that sphere, it was that as well. Like I really went through it, you know what I'm saying? And I suffer from very complex PTSD from my childhood and what transpired. However, that was the reason why 2023 was so big, because things that happened 20 years ago, I'm now facing it finally. And the repercussions of me facing that trauma is catastrophic. Cataclysmic, I think I used in the video straight after rehab. My mental struggles at the moment, what I'm dealing with currently in the present day, and what is fueling my depression, isn't actually trauma. I mean, it may be, it could be, who knows, the world is great. But I haven't really been thinking about abuse, I haven't been thinking about neglect or whatever. Like, I haven't been thinking about negative traumatic experience. This is more of a quarter life crisis. And the reason I know what it is because most people in my age group, most of my peers, most of my friends, they're all going through the same thing. It's just mad, because when my friends go through these things, the same as me, they just seem to handle it better than I do from my point of view, from my surface. I capitulate, I'll relapse, I go inwards, my hygiene becomes worse, and my motivation plummets, my desire to be around anyone plummets, and I just want to be a recluse, and I just want to destroy myself, like alone, you know what I'm saying? That's how my negative thoughts and negative moods manifest themselves. But it's just mad, because a lot of my friends, they just seem to, we're all going through it, but they just seem to be handling it better than I am. They're stronger than me, potentially. I'm just wallowing, feeling sorry for myself, and people are just dealing with their problems better than I do, from my point of view. I could be wrong, because no one really knows what people are really dealing with. So, but it's a bit of a quarter life crisis that I'm in. And like a lot of my friends, like a lot of my generation, we're wondering, what are we doing here? Not just existential questions like, what's my purpose in life? But it's just kind of like, what do I actually want from my life? What am I really doing here? What is it that I'm trying to achieve in this little time that I'm on this earth? And I don't know. You're battling with what you want versus societal expectations and conditioning. I was conditioned to think that math, science and English will get you a job and a great career and money. Yeah, it may get you a job because the curriculum aligns with certain corporate jobs and all that, whatever, but of course not. The same subjects that they didn't want you to pursue, drama, music, art, they make people millionaires these days. You feel me? So on it's like we're conditioned to want to do things that we think we should do, but we also want to express ourselves the way we want to. I'm also struggling with who I am as a person, someone who's very introspective. I also have ADHD, who's very nihilistic at the same time. So I'm battling my own personality versus society and things like that. It's like, I know, for example, the world that we live in, humans aren't designed to be in this. Humans aren't meant to be in this fast-paced social media rat race kind of world. We're not meant to be that. We're animals at the end of the day as well. The lifestyle that we live it's not right for us. Why do you think so much depression exists in the Western world when everything's capitalism and money and this and that? Why do you think mental health is at an all-time high? Why do you think male suicide is at an all-time high? Why do you think female mental health is at an all-time high, especially in younger women? From what they see on social media, we're not designed to do all this. So it's kind of like, it's like a conflict. It's like, I want to do this with my life, I want to express myself that way, but I want to do this, but I need to make money, so I need to do that, so I need to do this. It's like, bruv, it's long. So it's like, what am I doing? Do I want to put my all into YouTube and really, well, I mean, I have been doing that anyway, but I could be doing a lot more on YouTube to make it better. I could be pursuing Couch Chronicles, for example. Let me go off topic real quick. Who's a long-term subscriber that knows all about my dream to pursue Couch Chronicles? Couch Chronicles being the segment that I came up with, where I invite people onto the channel, so, YouTubers, DJs, rappers, models, whoever you want, in a podcast type setting. I've had that idea for years. And last year, February to be specific, and 2 in March, I recorded my first 3 episodes of Couch Chronicles. Yeah, so these are all like big social media personalities, and I've just had them sat there on my laptop, not doing anything with them. Why is that? Is it because I've been off the rails last year, like every other year, drowning myself in substances, not really facing the reality of the world? I'm so detached from the world around us. I'm so disassociated from my life, from the world, from society. Is it that? Is it me being anxious because I think it might fail? Do I think it could fail? Possibly. Am I scared? Am I scared because I have to put in the work to really come up with a marketing plan to do it? Probably. I'm lazy as shit. It's like the conflict in me is so deep. The only thing I need to know, the only thing I do know for a fact is I have to leave this country, guys. That's a fact. But I have a very interesting power, guys. Yeah, a real interesting power. Yeah, do you want to know what that is? My power is, the more I want something, the more I sabotage it, the more I destroy it. That is the toxic power within me. If I know that I've got a holiday coming up in 3 months' time, for the first 2 months, I'll be on job, losing weight, whatever. The last month, I get complacent, I start getting a bit like, and all of a sudden, all that weight I lost in the first 2 months, not only will I pile it back on in that last month, in the build up to the holiday, I'll actually have gained more than I started. Do you understand? That's the type of toxic, self-destructive habits I get into. So like now I know that I'm gonna be leaving the country in the next 3, 4, 5 months. I seem to be doing things that are counterproductive and counterintuitive. It's a very interesting power that I have. It's a fascinating one. I don't know if you can hear all that. The wind is, Jesus Christ, the wind is nuts. Guys, I have no idea where I left off, and apologies, just because when I went to shut the window, I seen that a tree has just blown into my garden. As in literally, there is a tree, boom, in my garden. The wind is nuts. I can't remember what I was talking about, yeah, so sorry if this is, I'll try and, obviously when I'm editing it, hopefully I can edit it to make it make sense, but I think what I was going to start talking about is like, just my mentality in general with regards to substances, alcohol and things like that. Now, in an ideal world, I would be sober for the rest of my life. Like, if I knew it was realistic, if I knew that's what I actually wanted deep down, like, obviously I want that. But deep down, we're all human beings. We all want to have fun. We all want to express ourselves. If we lived in a world where we couldn't do what we wanted, it wouldn't be no fun. You literally live and you die, and it's just not fun. But living in a world where you do what you want all the time is also not fun. That's what I've got myself into, the trap of eating what I want, when I want, just doing this, partying there, drinking that, whatever. I'm not talking about now, like right here, right now, but that's kind of that's what I've become as I've gotten older, you know what I'm saying? So any extreme is bad. In an ideal world, you have balance. The therapists at Rehab, they'll all slam me for this. Therapists in general, they would, because they always think they're right. But they will tell me, Cam, grow up, yeah? There's no such thing as having balance. There's no such thing as having moderation. I actually disagree with that, guys. In an ideal world, I'd like to have a drink once or twice a year for a friend's 30th, a friend's 40th, a baby shower, whatever you want. On occasion, I'd like to get to a place where once, twice, 3 times a year, fine, no problem. I'd like to get to a place where I can roll up a spliff and brass it once a quarter, twice a year. The problem is, an addict like myself, we find it hard to do that. It's either all or nothing, or it's very extreme. We can't have a little one drink here or we can't have a little half a smoke there. We want it all. But the difference is, when I was abroad, yeah, when I wasn't in England, when I was outside of this environment, I had balance on lock. Every 2 shops is another weed shop, not smoking, not having no desire to want to smoke. For an addict, that is groundbreaking. Like 6 weeks, you're going out, not drinking, not smoking, not doing this, not doing that. Oh, this flipping wind is so nuts, you know. So the point is, I want balance. In an ideal world, I want to be vegan, but do I think that's realistic? No. I like meat. I want to eat meat, pause. So in an ideal world, I'd be a vegan/veggie for 5 days in the week and eat meat twice. In an ideal world, I would never have a takeaway ever again, but where's the fun in that? In a realistic ideal world, maybe I eat clean for 7 days and I enjoy 1 takeaway on a Sunday. Too much of anything is bad. Too little of anything is bad. If I practice sobriety for the rest of my entire life, I'm still being dictated by the same thing that put me in rehab in the first place, the same extremities. Balance is all I've ever wanted, guys. I've never ever had it in my life, so I just want balance. I waffle on about all that just to say that this is everything that's on my mind at the moment. I'm trying to practice sobriety, but I know it's not realistic. I'm trying to do this, but I know I can't. It's not sustainable. I want to do YouTube, but I want to move abroad. So how can I then do interviews if I'm living in Thailand or Bali? But then I want to be happy and have day-to-day happiness. All this unrealistic, materialistic bullshit that I was aiming for, it doesn't make me happy. What makes me happy is just being out of this environment, being in a slower pace, with more culture, with good food, good weather. That's all I need. I'm not a complex creature, you know. I mean, for someone who actually is very complicated, I ain't that complex in what I desire. So I just wanted to let you know what's kind of been on my mind and that, like, you know, I fear that what I thought I was chasing isn't really what I want, and maybe I end up just going underground in Thailand and Bali and never to be seen again. Who knows? But maybe I'll start up a second channel when I go out there as well, something more dedicated to Indonesia. Who knows? But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, guys, there's just been a lot on my head at the moment, yeah? I'm pretty depressed at the moment, but I'm trying to dig myself out of it. If you made it this far, rather than put an emoji, if you made it this far, comment your #1 most important goal that you want to achieve this year, 2024. Give me the goal. Just say, I want to be this year. I want to do this year. I want to move abroad this year. I want to start a YouTube channel this year. Give me your goal. Yeah, let me know what you want to do. For me, I think my biggest one is leave the country. I want to leave the country this year, and I also want to start focusing on my goddamn sleep. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you lot at the next damn video, man. I appreciate you. I love you. What the hell do I know? I'm just an unstable man in his 20s. Peace.